Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Let's play a quick game. Um, the room is quite full. Okay, so let's play a quick game. I understand that we have a mix of people here. So if you're in secondary school, can we do this? Secondary school. So you're in JSS or SS, secondary school. Okay, fantastic. If you're in the university, interesting. Okay, so if you're maybe just out of university, NYSC kind of, or post NYSC, anyone. I see you. Hello. All right, good evening or good afternoon, everyone. Okay, today we're going to be doing something. I was hoping I would see a big screen here where we can practicalize some things. But as much as possible, I'm going to make it, I'm going to make it relatable. I'll probably just use it from my devices here. Okay, so now that I know that there are some people who are graduates in the room, I had initially assumed that maybe the maximum number of age of persons here will be like 21. So I'll take that as a benchmark, right? So that we can go through some histories and we can learn together. So today we're supposed to be talking about tech skills every professional should, or tech skills and tools every young adult should have. So I'm going to attempt to take you from one extreme of a 21-year-old and the other base of like a 14-year-old. At least that should cover the range of everybody in the room. So let's quickly start. I'm going to share the notes. Well, you probably don't need it, but I'm still going to share it. I'm aware that there are screens around. Yes. So I'm aware that I can see a screen here. So I'm still going to share the notes with us though. So let's take a quick, let's remind ourselves of a few things that whether you like or not is already happening. I came in when Dr. Jumoke was speaking and I heard some people ask some questions. So maybe I'll just pick it from there and we can continue. All right. Do you believe that 10 years from now, the jobs that you will do, they are not yet existing? Who agrees with me? They are not yet existing. No. You can just raise it above your head if you agree with me. All right, cool. So let's look back 21 years ago. That would be 2004. Am I correct? 2004. So a 21-year-old that was born in 2004 will probably not have answers to this question. But that year, I was just leaving secondary school and typically internet had come, but it was just specific few people that had access to internet. We didn't have smartphones, even though we had mobile phones, but we really didn't have smartphones like that. We had the Java phones, we have the Symbian phone. I'm not sure any of you really met those phones. Those times were funny. So during those times, we will typically go to the cafe, we'll buy time, we'll buy maybe 1 hour, then we'll queue to use the system. And the jobs that we had then were admin job, you have typist. My mom is a typist. She just retired, so she was a typist. And that was the thing for them then. But typically today, do you hear somebody proudly come to tell you that they are a typist? Nobody does that. Almost everybody. You can type on your phone. You can do anything you want to do. Those times, we didn't even have 5G. At best, you had the edge internet, you had the Opera Mini, you had the 2G. Did any of you use any device that used this 2G internet access? Anybody? Okay, how come lower? So you know why I'm coming this way? Because I needed you to see the interplay of the kind of work you will be doing in the next couple of months, years, depending on where you are in life, and the kind of people you will work with. Most likely, the kind of people you will work with will be the millennials who lived in a time where there was no internet. They were never born into the information age. All of you in this room, You were born into the information age. So you never experienced some of the interplay of, oh, I use the typewriter, IBM typewriter, or you have to go and print out paper for me. You didn't experience it. But now that you were born into the information age, you necessarily need to know how to harness what you have right now, because information is everywhere, right? You necessarily need to know how to harness it right now, and also how you can then, because the people you will work with, they are not like you, right? They are not like you. You necessarily need to know how to build those relationships. So that's where the skills come in. Yes, you have the tech skills, and you also have the not so tech skills, like the soft skills that you necessarily need to succeed. Okay, so we're quickly going to talk about a few of them. I'm just going to swipe. So we will talk about digital productivity and collaboration. How many of you have a Gmail account? Above your head, please. How many of you? This is impressive. If you do not have a Gmail account, I won't ask you to raise your hand. But you have a phone, or your mommy has a phone, or your daddy has a phone. I'm begging you, open at least a Gmail account. Now, what happens with a Gmail account is it comes with some essential tools for free that you can use. I mean, I do not expect that you're an heavy user of data, or you store a lot of things at this age, so you can still use that. So with a Gmail, it comes with the Google Docs, the Google Spreadsheet. I'm going somewhere. Now, the first skill that you need to arm yourself with in today's workplace or in today's age, now you're wondering, I'm still in secondary school, I really don't know, I really don't need it. Now you're going to leave secondary school. You're going to go to the university, a monotechnic, a polytechnic, a technical college, whatever tertiary institution you would go, and you're going to go for CWES. How do you want to distinguish yourself when you are in 200 level and you're out there for CWES? Or you're going to have another student of yours, a friend of yours, who's already earning money while they are in 200 level with you. They are not crying for pocket money every time because they are earning from little things they can do because they have some skills, right? So it is very important. It's not about, hey, I'm just in secondary school, right? You are not too young. You are digital natives. You were born into this thing, so you know how to handle it. We had to learn. My father, till he passed, he didn't even know how to use a phone, a smartphone. At best, he knew how to use a touchlight phone. But you have the privilege now, right? So open a Gmail account if you do not have one. Now, for everybody that raised their hand for a Gmail account, do you know the key things or the key skills that you need to do with a digital productivity and collaboration skill? What you need to understand: file management, online collaboration, presentation creation. Now, let me start from online collaboration. Some of you, yes, you have Gmail, but have you worked on a Google Docs before? Have you worked on a Google Docs before? Anybody? Just above your head. It's not a judgment zone, right? Okay, so it's getting, the number of people who raise their hand is getting less. Now, I'm not judging you, but what I would need you to do is, you have a Gmail account, just go to, on your phone, if you're using, I'm an Android user, and I'm not ashamed to say it. On your phone, where you see your Gmail tools, depending on what kind of phone you use, go for Google Docs or go to Play Store. If you do not have a laptop, right, go to Play Store, go download Google Docs, and just type on Google Docs, maybe type a letter, whatever it is, right? And share with a friend of yours using their email, and invite them to that document so you can both collaborate real time and see that you can work on documents together. It may look so tiny, but trust me, that could be the only thing that sets you apart during your CWES year, where you are helping your line manager do stuff in a collaborative manner. When they get to decisions table and they're like, oh, when this young man or when this young woman graduates from university, do we want to recommend them that they can come back to work and we'll make them full staff? That could just be the only difference. You could be working with a baby boomer line manager who doesn't know how to use Google, and you probably just put them through. That could set you apart, right? So digital productivity and collaboration is very essential. Some of you, it is Microsoft Word you know how to use. You can also collaborate on Microsoft Word, but generally what people are, fantastically used to using is Google, because a larger number of people have a Gmail account than an Outlook or a Microsoft account, right? So your assignment is to create a shared Google Doc with a friend and practice writing together. It's a no-brainer. You can do a lot more with collaboration, because you're going to get, and for the people who are already outside school, post-university, it could be the thing that would set you apart with your colleagues, with your friends, or you are in a team, you're working in a team. It would be a shame if they say, oh, I shared the link with you via Google Docs, and you cannot even navigate your way, right? So that is my charge, the first charge for you. Digital productivity and collaboration. The next point I have on my slide today is around data and information literacy. Data and information literacy. How many of us know how to use Excel? Oh, okay, no, chill. That's not the question. How many of us know what Excel is? Fantastic. So a lot of us know what Excel is. How many of us can tell me what Excel does or what you use Excel for? Anybody? Egbamio. Anybody? I can't see hands up again. Okay, the young lady with the glasses. Can you please tell us what Excel does? Do we have a mic for her? Thank you.
Good afternoon, ma.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
Amarachi Ogbonna.
Hi, Amarachi.
No.
Okay,
So-
what does Excel do?
Excel is used to make calculations, that's bulky calculations, instead
Okay.
of using your head or calculator.
Mm-hmm.
So you can just highlight it and use the sum to calculate everything.
Thank you so much, Amarachi. That's fantastic. Let's give a round of applause for Amarachi. Thank you. Yes, Amarachi is very correct. Excel is a spreadsheet tool that can help you do faster calculation. Beyond calculation, you could use it for record keeping, right? You could use it even to automate stuff. You could use it to build applications, on the advanced level. I'm sure a lot more people do not know this. Even within Excel, you can have your artificial intelligence in it. Within Excel, you can build dashboards that you can use organization-wide. There's this quote that I really like. I think I saw it on Twitter in 2021. The quote says, "The entire world economy is built on a spreadsheet, on Excel. Almost everything you do in this life, it translates back to a table format in one way or the other, whether as a text file, whether as a CSV file. I'm not going to go into technicalities, but Excel is a game changer." Funny story, when I transitioned to tech, so a bit background about my career trajectory. After school, I studied biochemistry in school. And if you've been on that path, biochemistry, microbiology, biology, are literally not, for me, when we were in school, we really didn't know what to do with our certificate. Most of us in that category, most times, we wanted to study medicine and surgery, but they did not take us. That's what we used to say. They did not take us. They did not give us the course we wanted. So I studied biochemistry, and after school, job did not come. So 2 years later after school, I got a job in the bank, but I was deployed to a sales team. So I was doing sales, which was fantastic. And about 6 years later, thereabouts, I wasn't enjoying my job again. And I knew I wanted to do something different. And I said I was going to do a course in data analytics. And that was the start of my, pivoting, or my change of career from being a salesperson into tech. And guess what I started my tech career with? It was with Excel. It was with Excel. In fact, till today, people know me with Excel more than anything. So I'm saying that to tell you that there's nothing small. No matter how you think about it, there is nothing small, all right? So you need to be able to work with numbers, all right? You need to be able to work with numbers, that is Excel. If you do not have Excel, you can use Google Sheets, right? You know, the other time I've asked you if you have a Gmail. So Google Sheets but if you have a Gmail, by default, you have a Google Sheets account, especially if you're using the web version on your laptop, or you can also download it on the Play Store or App Stores, all right? So there's Google Sheets. You should be able to have skills like knowing how to manipulate numbers within a Google Sheet to do a clear data presentation, to be able to format things in tables, charts. You go for IT, or you start an internship, or you start an entry-level job, most likely that's what your line manager, those are the tasks your line manager can easily and comfortably assign to you, right? So you don't want to be a liability on the team. You want to be able to come with your full chest to say, hey, I'm an asset to this team. I can add value X, Y, Z. Don't go anywhere blank. You can't afford to be blank. This is 2025. Again, remember what I said. You were born into the information age. There's nothing you cannot learn. I understand the most things people be like, oh, I don't have money for courses. That's a lie. You have money for courses. As long as you have a phone, you have data, and I'm sure that a lot of internet service providers have made it easier now. They sell bundles that you can use over the night and be able to, download or stream videos. You have YouTube on its own. I know that there are a lot of junks there also, but if you're diligent enough to knowing what you want to learn, there are structured courses even on YouTube that you can learn. Learn to use Excel, learn to use Google Docs, learn to use Google Sheets, right? There are a lot of places where you can also see data sets to practice. You don't necessarily even have to wait for, I don't know what to do. What should I be practicing with? There are sites, I will send those notes. There are websites where you see free data that you can practice your hand on, right? So there's Kaggle, and you can practice on it. So action point for you here under data and information literacy is for you to use Google Sheets to enter your last 5 test scores and create a bar chart, right? Let's see what your test scores, let's see what your test scores look like. All right, moving on to the next skill that is very important for you is creativity and content creation. While I came in, somebody was talking about copywriting and copywriter or content writer. Maybe we can revisit that. So today, the internet rewards creators. When the YouTube, the Instagram started, there wasn't so much reward with it. But as they've generated more data, they understood user behavior, they understood interest and all of that. As they are collecting your data and my data, they know my behavior. They're like, okay, why not just, sell it around? But in selling it, then we also need some people to come and sell on our platform. That's where you see advertiser, you see Instagram ads. Of course, people are paying to place their ads on Instagram. Instagram makes revenue from there. And in turn, they are also able to pay creators the same way you see for Twitter or X now. People get paid on X. And for what? Maybe for writing, or for doing video content, or for doing some other stuff, right? So I put some things in 3 buckets here under the creativity and content creation skill. I put video editing. So for video editing, there are tools that you can use for video editing. In fact, there are a lot of them now. You have the CapCut. I think CapCut is like the most common. You have the InShot. You even have your Canva. There's for the free version, there's still some fantastic stuff you can do. For graphics design, of course, you already know Canva. Maybe some people who wants to venture into the product design space, you know of Figma for visuals and app design. And the last one is ChatGPT for brainstorming and scripting. Has anybody used CapCut in this room before? Do you use? Okay, so you're already familiar with these things, right? Graphics design and AI tools for creativity and content creation. So you probably have Gemini, or you have access to VO3, the model that Google released about 2 months back that you can use to create AI videos, realistic AI videos. And I'm sure you have been seeing a lot of them online, and people are even selling them. Okay, so the fourth tool, I think I'll dwell on this more. The fourth skill is coding and automation. Coding and automation. How many of us know how to code? Ah, fantastic. The pink guy, please stand up. Let's talk. Yeah. So you know how to code. So let's talk about what have you done in the last maybe 3 months. You don't want to speak. You're shy. You're still learning. Yes, we're all learning. Just tell me about it. Tell me what's coding like for you. You can see that there are not a lot of people that code. I'm just trying to get somewhere. All right, let's do this together. We're all learning at one point or the other. The guy in pink, Udi. Yes, thank you. Okay, what's your name?
My name is Richard.
Deji.
Richard.
Sorry?
Richard.
Richard. Ah, what a fantastic name. Okay, so Richard, when did you start learning to code?
Earlier this year.
Sorry? Earlier this year. Okay. What stack are you learning currently? No, just tell me.
You see a guy in this thing.
Put the mic in you. Do like this. Put the mic in. Okay. No, talk about it.
Your question again.
Sorry?
Your question.
My question again. I said, what are you learning?
Like how to use HTML.
How to use HTML, okay.
That's the only part I'm seeing now.
That's what?
The only part I'm seeing.
That's the only. Why are you shy? Say it with confidence, with boldness. You're learning HTML. Do you know how many people cannot code and people are scared? You're brave. Why are you shy? All right, thank you so much, Richard. Okay, so Richard has started learning HTML. How about you? What are you learning? HTML and CSS. Okay, why HTML and CSS? Can you tell the room why you're learning it and what you're hoping to get out of it?
I want to learn web development. That's why.
Web development, okay.
So if I want to code something on my web page, I'll use HTML and CSS.
If you want to.
If I want to code something on the web page, I'll use HTML and CSS for it.
Okay. So how is that coming?
Well, it's fine.
Fine, fantastic. I didn't get your name. What's your name?
Gideon.
Sorry?
Gideon.
Gideon, thank you so much. Thank you, Gideon. Thank you, Richard. Now, I understand that not everybody would be able to code, and it's totally fine. And I'm going to show us some tools that we can... I'm going to show us some tools, or maybe I'll just say the URL of some tools that you can use to learn coding. Again, not everybody, because when I said how many people code, not a lot of people raised their hand, and it's totally fine. In fact, you probably have heard a term called vibe coding. Anybody? Vibe coding, your hand up above your head. Only 2 people? 3? Okay, 3 people. We've not heard from that angle. What is vibe coding to you? So everybody can learn. Not everybody knows about what vibe coding is. And I would understand. The moment people hear coding, they think it's something hard. I can relate on that part. The guy in striped shirt, they think it's something hard. Now, I'm asking about vibe coding, and some people raise their hands. So I want us to all learn what vibe coding is, because that one is not hard. All right? Sorry, what's that? I can't hear you.
I said I only heard about it, but I didn't really know anything.
You don't know what it is about. Oh, okay, that's fantastic. It's good that you heard about it, but have you Googled or researched about it? Okay, we're going to talk about it. You know what vibe coding is? Please, bro, I beg, give him the mic. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, my name is Marcus. Vibe coding.
Sorry, your name is who?
Marcus.
Marcus. Ah, fantastic. Habacus, Marcus. Okay.
Vibe coding simply means like coding using AI. Like using integrated AI frameworks in your code editor.
Yeah.
So like by prompting it, like this is what you want to do, and this particular programming language you want to use, probably Python or HTML, and then it should just give
It
you
will write it for you.
Cool.
Okay. You can use it in your normal ID or your cursor. Fantastic. Thank you. Let me break it further down. So what Marcus just told us about vibe coding is right. That is, you probably want to build a particular interface or you want to do something, and maybe you're just weary or you're just stuck. You don't even know what to write, right? There are now AI assistants as you're within the environment where you're coding. You can tell them what you want to do. They can help you edit. They can even give you the entire code from the start and you can add it to your code base. That's one level. There's another level of vibe coding where you can just speak English and write the chat the way you would speak to ChatGPT. And there are tools that would build the entire app from A to Z for you. So some of those apps is Lovable. Lovable is spelled LOVABLE.dev. I know most of you have your phones, most of you have your pen and paper. Lovable.dev. Just go on lovable.dev. For every day you can have up to like 5 credits and you can just say anything. You can also use another fun one that MIT has is Scratch. Is it Scratch now? Yes, Scratch. So you can go, if you have your pen and paper, write scratch.mit.edu. Did you get that? I said lovable.dev, scratch.mit.edu. There are other tools. You can also use Bolt. I think Bolt is BOLT.new, if I'm not forgetting it, but just still write it down. There is also another one. Where I'm coming from is you can even build a gaming app immediately and deploy it, share with your friends. You can build a gym or fitness app, just write in English and finish, nothing else. All right. So let me move on from coding and automation. I think my time is fast spent. All right. So I thought about Scratch, scratch.mit.edu. It would be helpful if after class, you can go try Scratch. So your action point here is to try Scratch and build a simple animation or a game in 15 minutes. I really wish we could do that, but we don't have a lot of time. But sign up on scratch.mit.edu. Don't worry, it's a safe site. MIT is a well-respected higher institution in the US. Right, so try Scratch and build a simple game. There are a lot of ideas. It's a very usable, it's a very user-friendly app, and it will give you a lot of ideas on what you can build, all right? Okay, the 5th skill we need to talk about is your digital safety and personal branding. What did I say? Digital safety and personal branding. You need to protect your online presence and build a reputation that opens doors for future opportunities. I was teaching a class last week or 2 weeks ago, and there were graduates in that class, truth be told. And it was an applied AI class. They've built fantastic stuff. Only for me to say, okay, everybody open your LinkedIn, post your pictures or post the links to the stuff you have built. I could literally see people who are trying to position themselves for opportunities, who are trying to build AI agencies, people who are trying to earn money from artificial intelligence, but they do not have a LinkedIn profile. They do not have online presence. Even their Instagram, nothing. Facebook, nothing. What else could you have used? LinkedIn, nothing. That is not the best way to go about things. If you want to be serious, if you want to be intentional about your career, where you want to be, I think the quick question you want to ask yourself is, look at yourself. Think about your desired online image in another 5 years. So if you are 18 now, in another 5 years, you'll be 23. What do you want people to know about you? Do you know when Taoma? Who knows Taoma? Fantastic. So you watch our skit, Abby. You watch it. But you consume people's skits and you have a lot on your inside, but you don't, put your own out there. There's a balance that you have to put to it. So look at it from this angle. Think about the next 5 years. What do you want people to perceive you as? What do you want people to know you as, right? Talma started in her late teenage years, and before you know it, at 23, she had really, 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 really blown, right? Those are the kind of intentionality I need you to put into your online presence. For the purpose of this, because we're talking about career, we'll talk about LinkedIn. How many of you have a LinkedIn profile? A LinkedIn profile, especially if you're in university. Okay, how many of you have an up-to-date LinkedIn profile? So when I say up-to-date, your institution, your face is there, and you probably even say hello, hi on it once in a while. All right, fantastic. I can't even see, but I've seen it. I just saw that. Thank you. All right, so for people who have a phone and you don't have a LinkedIn profile, it's a good place to start being intentional about what is in your online, what you want people to perceive of you. All right? Your digital safety is also important. Safe browsing. You can use password managers to save your password so that you want to keep yourself safe. You want to keep yourself safe from cyber attacks. All right. There are other emerging tools that you can explore. We've talked about ChatGPT. ChatGPT is the largest AI tool that people have already, right? So, anybody uses ChatGPT here? Almost all of us. If you do not use ChatGPT here, raise your hand. Okay, I'm going to ask you why, right? Is there a reason you do not use an AI tool? Why? No, let me hear you. Seriously, if we need to demystify it now, or if I need to tell you tips and tricks, you do not have a phone. Okay, fair enough. Any other reason? Okay, if it is you do not have a phone, maybe I do not have full answer. Those are emerging AI tools to explore. There are also entrepreneurship tools. You can try, of course, we know about our Paystack, our Flutterwave. So you sell something, let's say you sell snacks, and you're like, oh, I don't have a website. It's not an excuse again. For tools like Paystack and Flutterwave, you can open up a storefront. That is, just open an account with Paystack and Flutterwave. Of course, I won't believe that you probably haven't even registered your business. These businesses have things in place or even unregistered business. So you can have an account with them. You can have a storefront. What a storefront means is that you can upload the pictures of your product and you can collect payment. You can share the link with people. They can see what you're selling, what you have, and you can collect payment. You also have learning platforms. We have Coursera, although I now know that Coursera is no longer free, but you know of the Khan Academy, you know of Udemy. Udemy still have some free stuffs. You know of Data Camp, you know of Simply Learn. Do you need me to spell these things for you? So you know of Data Camp. Data Camp is DATACAMP, Data Camp. Khan Academy is KHAN, then Academy. Which other one did I say? Simply Learn. Simply Learn is SIMPLI, then Learn. All right, so my time is up now. So the typical next steps that you have is to pick one tool, all right? Use it for 30 days. Then you need to share your new skills and knowledge with a friend. So pick one tool. So if you just pick Google Docs, pick it and, use it. If you pick Scratch, pick one tool, then use it for 30 days. You can integrate it to school, share with your friends in school, let them, work on some project and, share your new skills and knowledge with a friend. You can even share it on LinkedIn, share it on your Instagram or Facebook or whatever social media platform you have. All right. So remember this, the future belongs to those who create, not just those who consume. All right. So this has brought me to the end of my presentation today.
Thank you very much. Please put your hands together for her.